Welcome to Brutal But True, where we bring you the raw and real stories of some of the most shocking and brutal events in history. Today, we're going to tell you the story of Jeffrey Dampier, a lottery winner whose luck ran out in the most tragic way possible. Jeffrey Dampier was born on September 26, 1966 in Kankakee, Illinois. He was one of 7 children in a large, close-knit family. Growing up, Dampier experienced financial struggles, and his family often had to rely on government assistance to make ends meet. Despite these challenges, Dampier was known for his hard work ethic and determination. After finishing high school, Dampier followed in his father's footsteps and joined the military. He served in the U.S. Army for several years before returning home to Illinois. In the early 1990s, Dampier moved to Florida to be closer to his sister, who had relocated there. Dampier worked odd jobs in Florida, including as a security guard and a pizza delivery driver. He eventually landed a job at a local popcorn factory where he met his future wife, Crystal Jackson. They were married in 1994 and had 2 children together. In 1996, Dampier's life took a dramatic turn when he won $20 million in the Illinois State Lottery. The win came as a shock to Dampier and his family, who had never experienced such wealth before. Jeffrey Dampier's life after winning the lottery was marked by his extravagant spending habits. He was known for his love of luxury cars and reportedly owned a fleet of vehicles that included a Hummer, Corvette, and Cadillac. He also bought several cars for family members and friends, showcasing his generosity. In addition to his car collection, Dampier also purchased a private jet for $500,000. This purchase allowed him to travel between his homes in Florida and Chicago in luxury and convenience. His desire for comfort and luxury was evident in all aspects of his spending. Dampier invested heavily in real estate, buying several properties in Florida and Chicago. He reportedly spent over $1 million on a home in an exclusive gated community in Windermere, Florida. These real estate investments were a reflection of his desire to build a comfortable and luxurious life for himself and his family. Despite his lavish spending, Dampier was also known for his generosity. He reportedly gave large sums of cash to family members and friends and bought expensive gifts, including jewelry and designer clothing for his wife and other loved ones. Dampier's generosity was a reflection of his desire to share his good fortune with those he cared about. Dampier also invested in several business ventures after winning the lottery, including a car dealership and a gourmet popcorn company. The business quickly gained popularity due to its high-quality ingredients and unique flavors, and Dampier invested over $1 million in equipment and marketing to expand the business. The investment paid off, and Cassie's gourmet popcorn grew to be worth $10 million with plans to expand into new markets. The success of the business can be attributed to Dampier's dedication to quality and innovation. However, as the business expanded, Dampier decided to move it to Tampa, Florida, where he believed there were more opportunities. He offered his sister-in-law, Victoria Jackson, and her boyfriend, Nathaniel Jackson, a job at the popcorn factory in Florida, and they eagerly accepted the offer. Initially, the Jacksons were grateful for Dampier's help and treated him like family. However, over time, they began to resent him, feeling that he was not sharing the profits from the business with them. They believed that Dampier was making a lot of money from the popcorn business, but they were not receiving their fair share. The relationship between Dampier and the Jacksons began to deteriorate, and they started to plot against him. Adding to the tension, there were rumors of extramarital affairs between Dampier and Victoria Jackson. While there is no concrete evidence to support these rumors, they may have contributed to the breakdown in their relationship. Victoria and Nathaniel developed a plan to extort money from Dampier by kidnapping him and demanding a ransom from his family. They enlisted the help of Victoria's daughter, Jeanne, to lure Dampier to a remote location where he was ambushed and taken captive. The kidnappers demanded a ransom of $50,000 from Dampier's family, but they refused to pay. This led to a tense standoff between the kidnappers and law enforcement, with the kidnappers threatening to harm Dampier if their demands were not met. However, the kidnappers eventually lost patience, and Jeanne boyfriend, Marvin Potter, shot Dampier in the back of the head. After the murder, the kidnappers fled the scene and went into hiding. However, they were eventually apprehended and charged with the crime. Victoria Jackson, Nathaniel Jackson, Jeanne Jackson, and Marvin Potter were all convicted of first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Victoria's sister, Terry Jackson, stated that Victoria was the victim and not Jeffrey because she was taken advantage of. She said this was because Jeffrey had apparently been having a physical affair with her since she was 15 years old and he was 32, and they knew she was 15 when he started engaging in sexual behavior with her. Where is the justice for her? She also stated that Victoria's boyfriend, Nathaniel, held a gun to her head and demanded that she pull the trigger, as revealed by the investigation conducted by Lieutenant Wayne McInerney of the Chicago Police Department. The suspects had been monitoring Dampier's movements and carefully planned the crime. This statement emphasizes the extent to which the suspects were willing to go to obtain Dampier's wealth and highlights the brutal nature of the crime. Dampier's generosity may have played a role in his death, according to Detective Thomas Shine of the Chicago Police Department. Dampier was known to be a wealthy man who was willing to share his money with others, which may have attracted unwanted attention from individuals seeking to take advantage of him. It is important to be cautious about who you trust, particularly when sudden wealth is involved. The tragic death of Jeffrey Dampier serves as a cautionary tale for others, as emphasized by Sergeant Michael Kraft of the Orange County Sheriff's Office and Detective Sergeant Robert Hurst of the Volusia County Sheriff's Office. They emphasize that sudden wealth can attract unwanted attention, and it is necessary to be mindful of who you trust. Sheriff Kevin Berry of the Orange County Sheriff's Office reiterates the commitment to bringing those responsible for Dampier's murder to justice and preventing similar crimes from happening in the future. The murder of Jeffrey Dampier was a tragic event that has had a profound impact on his family and the community. The premeditated nature of the crime emphasizes the extent to which the suspects were willing to go to obtain Dampier's wealth. His generosity may have played a role in his death, as it attracted unwanted attention from individuals seeking to take advantage of him. The tragedy serves as a cautionary tale for others, highlighting the importance of being cautious about who you trust and the potential dangers of sudden wealth. It is a harsh reminder that greed and jealousy can lead people to do unspeakable things. Despite the painful loss, Jeffrey's family is committed to keeping his memory alive and ensuring that justice is served. They hope that his story will inspire others to be more cautious with their wealth and to surround themselves with people they can trust. The tragic death of Jeffrey Dampier has left a void in his family that can never be filled, but they are determined to honor his legacy and prevent similar tragedies from happening to others.